Honey.
Masaka! Luffy! Hancock!
Hey my dear pirates! You are on channel Straw Hat's One Piece Theories. And in today's video we're going to talk about the relationship between Boa Hancock and Luffy. Even though Oda doesn't really like the idea of developing loving couples in One Piece, it still seems that he does this with some characters in his work, and one of the biggest cases is precisely the protagonist, Monkey D. Luffy and Boa Hancock the Empress by Amazon Lily. There really is a relationship building between these two characters, even if in a thinly veiled or perhaps unintentional way. So much so that a lot of people didn't realize the real reasons why Hancock fell in love with the Straw Hat Captain. So is there really a reason for Boa Hancock to love Luffy? Or is this almost platonic love that the Empress of Amazon Lily feels for Luffy something that doesn't need explanation because Oda doesn't want to develop a romantic relationship between the couple? Well, we're going to analyze all this in today's video. So if you want to be a pirate king like me and achieve eternal glory, go ahead and press the like button with all the power of your devil fruit. And if you're new here my dear sailor, already subscribe to the channel and don't forget to activate the notifications bell so you don't miss any new video, okay? Then join this crew that will dominate the entire Grand Line and the New World. Now without further ado let's get to this epic video. And well my dear pirate, one of the things that Oda has always made very clear to us One Piece fans is that he does not intend to develop romantic relationships in One Piece. However, even though Oda said that he should not develop any couples in One Piece, he never said that couples would not be formed in his work, and this ends up opening the door for the end of One Piece to have some couples. However, the fact that Luffy is the man Hancock fell in love with, perhaps, is not something completely without construction and development. There are two factors that form Hancock's personality, which are power and freedom. Hancock's life, like the lives of many Amazon Lily women, was forged on the basis of self-sufficiency and survival in a hostile world against women. In Kuja society, it was believed that the stronger a woman is, the more beautiful she is, and this removes all stereotypes of what a truly beautiful woman is when it comes to her appearance or physical form. This is intertwined with the fact that they don't believe that it is a man's vision that dictates how beautiful a woman is, and this falls within the concept of power I just mentioned. For a Kuja warrior, true power is tied to how strong a woman is without needing concepts, said by them, created by men. And that goes against the second factor I mentioned, which is freedom. A free woman is a woman who doesn't need a man, who is strong without a man, and who doesn't need any concept created by a man. After all, they were the ones who always dictated the rules, and they were the ones who built the vision of the perfect woman and how a woman should be and act within a society. This is even stronger within this society after what happened to Hancock and her sisters when they were trapped and enslaved by the celestial dragons. All this made Hancock and the society of the Kuja warriors become what they are, to the point of not accepting the entry of men into their society as well as not accepting women having male children. And that's a big problem, because the fear and resistance of the Kuja towards the male figure made these warriors become very radical in their vision of society, and Oda uses Luffy precisely to reveal to them that although there is a lot of evil in the world, mainly with men hurting women, this was far from a reality accepted by all of society, just as not all men were bad people. After all, evil is within everyone, even within women. So much so that even within the celestial dragons, who enslaved Hancock and her sisters, there are women too. And like it or not, the Kuja warriors ended up moving away from the world to the point of practically living in a prison without freedom, and that was exactly what all Kuja wanted, freedom. And this becomes evident when we see that Boa Hancock's power is precisely to petrify people. That is, she holds people, whether men or even women, without showing that Hancock is extremely beautiful and sensual compared to her sisters and subordinates. This shows how contradictions exist even in the society led by Hancock. And Luffy came to reveal all these truths to Hancock. Luffy has freedom as one of his greatest ideals, just as he hates the idea of controlling, dominating, and even ruling someone. He doesn't want to be the pirate king to be the ruler of the world, but to be the most human being world free. And when Hancock is faced with a man with these characteristics and that not even her ability to imprison people in stone form works, Hancock finally realizes that not everything she believes in is actually real. She fell in love with him not because he was strong or handsome, but because he was kind, pure. Luffy, unpretentiously, managed to touch Hancock's heart simply by being the complete opposite of the image she had of men. He must have been one of the few men who didn't objectify her, who didn't sexualize her at the same time that Luffy didn't accept her absurdly radical worldview. And, as much as it seems that this offended her pride, it is more possible that it was the opposite, because she was looked at that way by the celestial dragons for many, many years. Luffy broke the status quo of world society at the same time that he broke Hancock's worldview, and that's why she saw in him an opportunity to finally open up and put aside her radical view of the world. Boa Hancock saw that the relationship between Silver's Rayleigh and Shakayaku, who was an empress of Amazon Lily in the past, is possible for her too, and that's why I like the possibility that Luffy and Hancock form a couple even though Oda says he won't develop any romance in One Piece. Well, I see that even without realizing it, Oda is already doing this. And that would be perfect for the Kuja to actually be free and not just live locked on an island in the same way that there is still a lot of evil towards women in the world. The truth is that this is not the absolute truth about all of society. But now I want to know your opinion about everything we commented here today. Do you believe that Luffy and Hancock will be a couple at the end of One Piece? Will Hancock finally open the gates of Amazon Lily to men after accepting that not all men are bad? But of course, if you made it this far, it's because you like the content, so it doesn't hurt to subscribe to our channel and become one more member of our fleet, my dear sailor. And of course, do not forget to press the like button, that helps a lot in spreading the video and the channel, so help us to become the largest fleet of pirates here on YouTube, okay? A big hug for everyone. And until the next video.